Hello! Hello, everybody. Gold King here with some Mass Effect. I got a sense that probably the background noise was going there because I forgot to turn the microphone off. But I didn't say anything racist or anything, so it's fine. It's no big deal. I think we got away with it. I mean, we didn't really get away with anything because, like I said, I didn't say anything bad. I didn't do anything bad. It's fine. Totally fine. But anyway, yeah, so Mass Effect. Still playing too. Getting close to the end of this one as well. So that's cool. So we're going to do a little bit of chatting with our squad mates, see if there's any new conversations before we get going with some of the late missions.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud. Spill some drinks on the Citadel.
Alright, calm down, dude. Alright, I'm also going to make sure that all the upgrades are in place.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against
I'm pretty sure they are, but...
We've got the best armor available. The rest is outside my expertise, Commander.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Alright, so, Jacob, done. Let's talk to Morden.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here.
Sorry, Morden, I didn't mean nothing by it. I was trying to be friendly. Let's boost up our metagel. Uh-oh, we got the weave. And heavy weapon. Capacity at full. Alright, so Morton and Jacob, good. Let's talk to these here folk. If I sound at all winded, it's because I did just finish a workout, so I'm a tick sweaty here. Samara.
Shepard.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy
I fought
has to offer.
tyrants of the Caribbean.
I saw parts of a sorry space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Turian named Nihilus. He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
I don't know. Depends. What was the civilian doing?
How did the fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Still, just because they're unarmed doesn't mean they're not dangerous. Just saying. Just saying.
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains...
Does this game have the $700 ray tracing? I don't know. I might have to spend another $300 and get it done. We gotta ray trace this Mass Effect.
I tracked Morinth to a remote...
Seriously, that's... Gosh.
An entire town.
It's insane. The PS5 Pro is a joke.
She fled, throwing her minions at me.
I mean, it's seriously one of the dumbest announcements I've ever seen.
When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young...
Can't believe Sony has the guts to do it. Sometimes your guts are a result of a lack of brains.
On its way to some clandestine drop-off area, I discovered the shipment was slaves to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
I think they believe that the majority of their fan base are absolute suckers. Really, they even raised their PS5 controller price. Wow. Unbelievable.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could fly.
You know what the funniest thing is? This game probably, I think this game probably looks better than Andromeda, and Andromeda came out like several years later.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength.
My favorite comment I've read is that PC players should be afraid of this system because now they are on equal ground. What, until like next week?
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Hang on now. Oh, wait.
Of course.
I want to make sure I've got the necessary upgrades. Yeah, I do.
Shepard.
I was watching a video about this Tyreek Hill situation. Of course he was the moron who caused it to escalate. I think he just wants to play the risk. Yeah, I watch that video and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what do you all think happens with normal citizens? Y'all really think this is different?
She carries many burdens.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who literally, it's like he gets arrested and handcuffed, and he gets to play a football game several hours later, and they're whining about it. I'm like, get the heck out of here. I don't freaking care. I don't care. He caused the whole thing. It's like, from my understanding, he was going something like 100 some odd miles an hour in like a 55, and he wouldn't keep his window down. He had tinted windows. I'm like, I'm sorry, what do you think they're supposed to do? Some people are like, well, they don't have the right to ask him to roll his window down. I'm like, if they're tinted, they do, because they need to see his hands. And it's like he's just sitting there trying to call his agent and stuff, and I'm like, no, not while they're talking to you. What are you doing? That's your own stupid fault, you idiot. Anyways, I've liked their coach up to this point, Mike McDaniel. I lost so much respect for him when I saw him whining like a little biatch over this. It's like,
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
he's like, it's so upsetting. I don't know
I should go.
what that feels like. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, piss off, you passive maggot. My gosh. A lot of people, unfortunately, are stupid and need to speak no evil treatment, like the Anthem movie. Well, they need it on their fingers. That way they can't tweet. That's for sure. I mean, granted, I don't think this sways anybody one way or the other. I think it's just we're seeing a lot of retards who already think this way, saying the same things they always do. But I'm like, ESPN has become such a digital rag.
What can I do for you?
That was fun.
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
I mean, like Ian Rappaport's like on there talking like, oh, I've seen this and it does not look good, and he talks about what he saw in this extra footage, and it's the same stuff we've already seen. He's just desperately trying to frame it and doing a piss poor job of it, and I'm like, dude, it is so obvious you're trying to spin this, and you're failing miserably.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
And my Tyree kill is 100% in the wrong. 100% in the wrong. I mean, what human being on planet Earth that isn't a freaking millionaire gets to go 60, 70 miles an hour over the speed limit and gets to go play football later that day? And I'm like, piss off.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
And it looks like I've gone through most of the dialogue, if not all of it. I know Tally will have more once I do her mission. Oh yeah, I'm on her floor. I can talk to her just in case.
Whenever we have time, I've gotten the migrant fleet's location.
Can you do anything to give the
Debate tonight, yeah. I don't even care.
My shield fortification will help, but I don't think
I would be
that's
tuned in
important.
if I knew I could meme it and actually make something off of it, but... Gord. How you doing, Jacob? What's up?
Can you give me a rundown of the problem with the fleet?
The Admiralty Board has... I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you can believe.
But thanks. I appreciate your
What
feet.
happens when a quarrel?
My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now.
Have you worked Chamber's story? Not on this playthrough, but I've done it before,
I
yeah.
can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None.
And what's up, Giggles? How you doing?
Specifics of charges like this are...
But yeah, I've done Kelly's story before.
I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have...
Okay, I've done this conversation before.
I'd say the Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she.
Need that fish keep perk. She'll save your fish for 3. That's true. That is true. I mean, I don't really care about the fish, so I'm not worried about that, but that's true. She does keep your fish attended if you go through her story stuff. We're gonna go ahead and feed our fish real quick. Eat up, fishies! But honestly, the only animal I care about is... Space Hamster! Space Hamster is peak. Love my Space Hamster. I would let Space Hamster eat the fish and feel nothing. Ray tracing. That freaking ray tracing. Only $250 more for the ray tracing. It's like y'all can feck right off with that. Alright, so we are pretty much getting into the end game. Because the Reaper IFF is kind of the countdown mission, so here we go. That's a big one. Plus, we get a new squad mate. Just want to make sure I got 100% on these little planets here. Yeah, well, that's good. Schwarzschild. This is where Arnold Schwarzenegger leaves his kids. In the Schwarzschild system. I think rather than naming like planets and systems and whatnot after like famous scientists and all that, they ought to name them like after Arnold Schwarzenegger characters. I think that'd be so much cooler. This is Planet Lamentations of Your Women. This is Planet T-1000. It is an advanced prototype. I love how quickly my ship can go from like planet to planet. Like that should take like days, weeks, months. It's like, nah, I can get there in like a few seconds. This ship is fast. Glendagon. That's a good planet name. Tamahera. Tamahera sounds like a name that like a pair of rappers would give their child. Peace out, child. Tamahera. Alright. Let's get up in here. Make sure there's nothing in this little asteroid field. Lith. This is Letha. Letha. It was going to be called Lethal Weapon 2, but then they said, nah, that sucks. We'll just call it Letha. Alright. To the Derelict Reaper. My title for last night's show got me partially demonetized. Wow. But because it says hell? Like, what's that matter? We're gonna take Tally. And of course, Bay. Don't respect the Dutch.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Gap.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's mass effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Hurricane, huh?
Alright. That's a cool mission here.
No one here to welcome us.
Alright, let's break into this safe here. Some more credits.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for shirt sleeves work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them it is mere nerves, a superstitious reaction to what this hold represents. The corpse of a vast ancient life form. Privately, I can't deny the atmosphere. The angles of the walls seem to press down on you. I find myself clenching my teeth.
Like, yep, that's the problem with being in the presence of a Reaper. You get that whole indoctrination effect.
We finished cataloging specimens A203 to B016. No evidence of active nanotechnology noted. Dr. Chindana believes they would have decayed.
Dr. Chindana? Sounds like one of X's people.
Support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chindana has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
Wow. Just seeing some of X's posts real quick. She was like, that dude, his copy of Concord got removed, but I mean, granted, Concord went off, so
What just happened?
is that surprising?
Genetic barriers.
I don't know.
think we can get through from our side.
As curious as I am about the Reapers, I'd rather not be trapped inside one.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
Cut the Concord. What's up, Whitey?
Yeah, got it.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches
Yeah,
the
I was enjoying listening to
for survivors and
listening to your Chrono Trigger stream while I was working out.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
Yeah, I got my Crow script finished. I'll probably record the voiceover after this.
You're married? You never mentioned that.
Is it weird that I actually think I actually really like my conclusion, oddly enough. Usually like the conclusion part's the one that I'm not as worried about. Like I try to fit one joke in there maybe.
I know my wife.
But I actually really like the conclusion I wrote.
Yeah. The kind with seams up the back. That's what I remembered too. What the hell is this? How can we remember the same thing?
This thing was screwing with him.
Yep, being inside the Reaper, it was indoctrinating.
Trouble to the right.
Oh snap.
There are high-pressure tanks by the front. Want to slow them down?
They got some husks. Off to the... Yeah, I tried to reply to you in enough time, but I think I missed you. You should play it one day. A lot of fun and some humor, some deep story for back then gaming. Oh no, I don't feel bad about the conclusion being my favorite part. It's strange because I'm typically not putting as much, stock in trying to be like especially funny or whatnot. Because the primary purpose of the videos is to be fun and funny and whatnot, but. And usually the conclusion's the part where I'm like just trying to keep real and whatnot, but I do usually try to fit one or two jokes into that part. But I actually think I saved some of the better jokes for the end. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't cut out that joke that I brought up to you and Vex. Like, I didn't have the heart to cut it out. I was like, I like this joke too much, I'm keeping it. Let him come after me. I'm keeping it. I think it's dang funny. It's like, be offended. I like throwing these things around with biotics. This is fun. Just break them to pieces. It knows we're inside it, against its consent, and it's not happy about it.
Whoever that is, they're a good shot.
Now, if you've got a sniper rifle, you can actually see right there. There's a Geth. And he's the one who shot those husks. So it's like, wait a minute. Yep, you can see him walking around right now. Look at that, they just break like little eggs. It's cool. Yeah, this section is so much more fun if you're a biotic. Ow. Come on, heal up, heal up, heal up. There we go. Got my ammos. Chandana. He was right, but even a dead god. No, no, Chandana, no, hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
It's a force. It warps reality just by being there. It doesn't have to want to. It doesn't have to think about it. It just does. That's what Chandana didn't get. Not till it was
draw distance. Oh, give me $700.
We've seen these before, Shepard. Dragon's teeth, your people call them. The Geth used them on Eden Prime.
See how the room is arranged? They treated this thing like some kind of altar.
That doesn't seem right. No one in their right mind.
I treat it like some kind of altar where they got altered. These people worship puns.
We can't help these people now, but we won't let the machines use their corpses like this.
But yeah, it's, I mean, $700, like I said, $600, I was going to laugh at them. Because I thought, okay, at most, you could I was like, okay, if y'all want to charge $500 for the Pro, okay, I'm not going to buy it, but a ton of people would buy your system at $500. A ton.
This is valuable.
Charging $700 for a console where the only difference is the graphics look slightly better. And that's it. It's literally it. Exactly where there's no helping people who worship puns. There's no helping them. We can't do anything. But it's like you're gonna charge, like, okay, so the current digital PS5 is $450. It's like you're gonna charge $250 more because, oh, my frame rate 60 FPS. They say, which I still am highly skeptical that that's going to be maintained across the board. And they're like, and they advertise as though, well, some of them are going to be able to hit 120. And I'm like, how many? Like 5% maybe? 10%? I'll bet it's something low. But even then, I'm like, all you're changing is the graphics. Like, no backwards compatibility for older gen games. It's a Geth. Okay, now we're meeting one of my favorite characters.
Talking Geth, huh? That's new.
He just...
Sniper, though.
It shouldn't be able to talk. A single Geth has no more intelligence than a Baron.
That one does.
This should soften them up.
This is why I brought Tally, because of the Quarians being all racist against the robots. And then, of course, the vertical stand you have to buy separate. And there's no disc drive. Yeah, it's like, so basically, you've told your players who went out and paid for a PS5 with a disc drive so they could play physical media. that, oh, by the way, you're going to have to spend $800 if you even want to play the games you own on this new Pro. Why don't, you know what? Why don't I even keep talking about the prices and difference? No, it's like they're wanting you to pay $800. Or if you want the digital one, oh, you're going to have to pay $700 extra. Because we want you to upgrade. And, oh, all the games you have now, they don't mean anything. Because you don't own them digitally. I mean, this is one of the most tone-deaf announcements I have ever seen. Like, here's the thing. I know there are a lot of, like, really stupid, like, console loyalists who will buy this. I genuinely don't think a lot of people will. I think this is a huge miscalculation on their part. Because all they did was improve the graphics. And they're like, pay us $250 more. It's like, how about no? I really don't think a lot of people are going to buy this. At least not while it's that price. Because what are they going to pay for it with? You couldn't even get a PS5 for the first two. Yeah. It was hard enough just getting your hands on a PS5, but it's like, and now you're asking people to upgrade, and oh, by the way, you've got to upgrade very specifically. Like, the funny thing is, like, okay, if you're going to release a PS5 Pro, the only possible version that should be available is one with a disk drive. It's still not worth $700, but that caters to both your digital crowd and your disc crowd. That caters to both, because obviously a PlayStation 5 with a disc drive can still play digital games. Your digital PS5 can't play games that are on disc. And if I might be wrong, I would be curious about the PlayStation sales numbers, which are higher between the one with the disc drive and the one without. I know most people obviously prefer the one with the disc drive. So I'm curious if more PS5s that are sold are the ones with the disc drives. Because if that's the case, then you've asked the majority of your player base who has disc-based games to spend $800 on an upgrade. That is absolutely insane, and I don't think a lot of people are going to do it. I genuinely think this is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. And that idiot who was saying, oh, now they've got something on par with PC, I'm like, okay, again, A, for maybe about a week, maybe. And B, PS5 still doesn't have a good lineup of games. So what is the worry? Like, seriously, what would be the worry? There's still a crappy lineup of games on PS5. This current console generation is garbage. But I'm like, if you wanted to get people at least a little bit excited, why would you not wait until you had backwards compatibility with older gen games figured out? I mean, granted, it still wouldn't be worth it, but you'd have at least some additional feature that you could tout with people. Like, hey, you know, you can now play your PS3 games and your PS2 games and your PS1 games. You can play those now. Isn't that neat? You know, maybe they'll even be upscaled a little bit by our special AI whatever-tisms. It's like, that's how cool this is. It's like, okay, that's not worth it, but it's exciting. It would give you an incentive to at least want to have the thing, to where you might be willing to pay a little bit more than you want to. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if they offered that, am I going to pay $700-800? No. But am I going to want the upgrade? Yes. Of course I would want the upgrade, because I would want the ability to play those games. Of course I would. I'm not going to pay that much for the upgrade, but I would want the upgrade. And that's the thing that gets the people in the door in the first place, is they have to want the thing. They didn't even do enough to make me want it.
Trouble incoming.
Because here, I mean, like, what is the point of buying this when you can just wait for the PlayStation 6? Because guess what else? You know what else is going to have better graphics? A PS6. That'll have better graphics whenever it comes out. So why would I do anything other than just, oh, I'll wait for that. That'll be out in a few years. I'll just wait for the PS6 whenever that comes out. What are they going to charge for that? $1,000? I mean, it is unbelievable. At least with this whole situation, it's a clear-cut fail. Yeah. I guess for me, the reason I'm a bit riled up over is because, you know, PlayStation not that long ago was the console maker that was that seemed at least reasonably smart about how they, I mean, it's like when Xbox had that whole, you know, always connected online thing come out and was doing all that, you know, Sony was smart and saying, we're not trying to turn this into a home media console, this is a gaming console, that's what players want, that's what we're gonna give them. And I was like, yeah, that's smart, they capitalized. And they had the better exclusives and whatnot. I was like, okay, you know, they at least seem to understand things, and it's like ever since they moved to California, they have gotten insanely stupid.
Destroying the Mass Effect core should be simple enough.
Yeah, but ray tracing. There are no games. All they kept showing were previous PS5 games. Yeah, all they were advertising were games that are already out. At least Xbox is showing their hand. They want to be a game publisher. Yeah, Microsoft's basically just wanting to acquire they want to acquire a lot of properties and become a publisher for PC. That's really all they seem interested in. I think they looked at this and they said, you know what? It's too big a hassle. Let's be a publisher and we'll make our money that way. We don't have to worry about all this other bull crap.
This must be the IFF.
I mean, it sucks. I like when there's competition. I do like when there's competition. And to me, it's always been, like, I've always found it strange that console people would even bother debating with PC people over which is superior. I'm like, okay, there is no debate about which one is superior. But we're talking, the difference is that consoles are simpler.
Weapons ready.
They're simpler, they get games that are optimized, you know, that's their draw. That is their draw, is optimization, simplicity.
Go for the optics. Go for the optics.
It's like that is, you're not going to compete in terms of your hardware. It's like you come out with a new one, it'll be a little bit more up to date for a couple of minutes at best, and then it's like, okay, well, now you're inferior again, so that was fun. But at least you're optimized for a little while.
One down. Combat drone ready.
Shooter! Oh, what's up, Blue? I'm always on. What you talking about? Yeah, I've made my runtime about 3 p.m. That's what I'm going for. 3 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. That's generally when I start. That's Eastern. Yeah, we've been discussing the hilariously miscalculated PS5 Pro launch announcement. You know what's funny, Cannoli, is I was telling y'all about how I'm going to be off work in November. That's the week I'm off. It's literally. It's funny because I'm playing Mass Effect. So Mass Effect has its own video game holiday. It's called N7 Day. You know, like if you look at Shepard, he has N7 on his chest. So November the 7th is known as Mass Effect Day if you're a Mass Effect fan, right? And the PS5 Pro literally comes out on N7 Day. So I'm off that week, mostly because, I mean, for other reasons, I'm not taking off because it's Mass Effect or anything, but taking that one off because the week was open. But it's literally coming out the week I'm off, and I'm like, wow, that's... What if this thing had been at a decent price and I had the money? That would have been fun to, you know, almost celebrate it. Got it. It's like, what if I had had the money and it was actually at a decent price? I could have bought it and be like, hey, we can spend this week checking out how cool this thing looks. I mean, granted, I knew the chances of that were literally, you know... You literally have a Mass Effect tattoo. You want me to believe you're not taking off?
That's true, but I'm not sure it's worth the risk, Shepard.
That's right, Whiting. I celebrate privately. Every N7 day, I go around romancing aliens.
Open the port side airlock.
I know in many ways PC is better, but Black Myth Wukong is just easier for me to buy it on PS5 and start playing. Yeah, that's the draw of a console is simplicity and games being optimized for them. That is the draw. It's easier to play games, generally speaking, on your console than your PC. That's its selling point. And you've got, and, you know, and granted, you also have like exclusives. You know, Nintendo has their exclusives. PlayStation had its exclusives. Of course, now they're just handing a lot of them over to PC. I mean, granted, I like certain games eventually going to PC so they can, you know, be modded and stuff like that. I think that's cool, but
for now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better equipment to fight.
But that line is getting increasingly fuzzy to where it's like, and it's like now you've got this console coming out that's you got to spend $700 or $800 on. And I'm like, why would anyone do anything other than just get a PC? Trying to finish this video. Lance is going to discuss James Earl for 3 hours. Going to be a long stream. Yeah, I love hate Nintendo for that too. I don't hate Nintendo at all for their exclusives. I think I like that that's what they do, and their consoles at least do certain things a little bit differently. Like, you know, they do the motion control thing and stuff like that.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7.
I like Nintendo keeping their own stuff in house. The only thing I hate about Nintendo is
no.
They're overly protective of, like, not letting you live stream them without, like, hitting you with copyrights, and not letting people have tournaments and whatnot. It's like, what is wrong with you all?
Never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the geth is a risk.
You know, if he passed away in his home state, I don't know. The average person won't, but streamers will buy a PS5 Pro because their idiot viewers will donate and pay for it. I mean, if streamers who have donators want to buy this to show it off, that's fine. Go for it. Go for it. Heck, if people donated to me to buy a PS5 Pro, I'd get one too. Why wouldn't I? But that's not going to do any. It's like that's not going to put a dent in their.
I've killed hundreds of
That's not going to do much to help them, you know, justify this the work they've put in to make this console. I mean, I'm assuming they spent hundreds of millions of dollars to develop the PS5 Pro, and it's like,
and not your curiosity.
I still think
it's like, is this going to make money? I doubt it. At least not for a long time. Yeah, I don't see this doing anything to raise their sales numbers. Because who the heck can afford this thing, and what's the incentive to do so in the first place?
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up.
That's what blows me away, is like they want to charge you all this money.
Bullets can.
They want to charge you all this money, and they don't want...
both of you for your recommendation.
They don't want to give you an actual incentive to buy it. And I was telling them, Blue, it's like... There's no new features on this thing. It looks a little better. That's it. Heck, the aesthetic of the actual console doesn't even look better. Like, one of the biggest beefs I actually have with the PS5 is it's freaking ugly. It's an ugly piece of hardware. It's genuinely one of the ugliest consoles I've ever seen. Like, the black version looks slightly better. You know, not trying to be racist, but the Pro doesn't look any better. It's like this thing's still ugly. It's like, this is still freaking ugly. It doesn't do anything different except, oh, it looks a little better. Pay us more. Wants to buy Warhammer this weekend. Every clip I see, a new clip. I'm not even a 40k fan, but this game looks insane. I haven't actually looked into it that much. I've never played a Warhammer game.
Are we talking hours or days?
Impossible to say. The technology is
but
complex.
I'm sure at some point they'll set up a perma-pay plan for peeps just to keep them cycling through their systems. Just pay monthly. Maybe. One subscription. Yeah, everything's a subscription now.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. We'll be here if you need me.
Well, shoot, when y'all were talking, when we were talking with Cynic last night after the show about like paying for like music subscriptions and stuff, and I'm like, I've still never done that. And yet, what struck me was like he asked like it was just something everyone did. Like, hey, what music service do y'all use? And I was like, I don't use one. I rip my music. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not paying a subscription fee for music. I rip mine. It's not hard to do. Not even gonna lie. It's so easy, and I'm not paying money every month. I was like $20-$30 a month for music, and I'm like, no thanks. Alright, let's wake this thing up.
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready. Aya.
Yeah, I just used something that's included with my YouTube package.
I have isolated our systems.
I've had back when it was YouTube Red. Just download songs or music videos. I don't want a music app. Yeah.
You understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
You said my name aboard the Reaper. Have we met?
We know of you.
You mean I've fought a lot of Geth?
We have never met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Old machine? You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We want you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes.
Which?
Both.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes.
Why would they attack other machines?
We are different from them, outside their plans.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
They said the thing? Yeah.
We anticipate the exchange.
Sorry, I am a pretty big fan of Legion as a character. I really like Legion a lot. We are Legion, yo. But I love the conversations with him. I think he's like genuinely fascinating. Alright, and I have healed Shepard's scars, so now I'm all like clean faced and whatnot. Leo, or as they say in Asia, Leo Legion. Oh wait, I want to talk to him again. So we gotta get our upgrades. I got upgrades, y'all.
Shepard Commander.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
First, let's talk.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us. Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio.
Give scars you play from randoms. No, these were surgical scars because at the beginning of the game, I basically died, and Cerberus pieced Shepard back together, and there was a lot of surgical scarring.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
Now, if you're playing as a renegade and you don't heal your scars, they get redder and your eyes get redder. I mean, granted, I think that mechanic is somewhat silly, personally, because it's just so overtly, you're evil. It's kind of goofy. I'm like, that's not what happens with human beings. Your eyes, we're not Sith Lords.
What difference does it make how you acquire a certain
So I've always found that a little silly, but that is what happens.
There are many paths to the same end. Accepting another's path blinds you to alternatives. Nazara, Sovereign, said this itself. Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
What did you call Sovereign?
Nazara. That was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Sovereign was one ship. You're saying there were multiple programs inside it?
One ship, one will, many minds, like the Geth. We study your records. Sovereign told you this on Ilos. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. A state compelling to the Geth. We are a nation, but interdependent. Separation is our weakness.
We're not Sith Gore. That one Star Wars game when you started to look different as you went from light to dark. And it's made by the same company that did this. It was made by BioWare. So, and in Star Wars that was cool. I mean, because that fits their lore. But it's like you all didn't need to bring it to Mass Effect. That was kind of silly.
I'm surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer direct digital.
Whoa,
transfer.
Shepard. Hey now.
Communication travels at light speed. Human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
Do Geth have a government?
Not as you understand. We are all Geth. We build consensus.
Most governments do.
Organic governments impose consensus. From a single point of view in autocracies, by codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies.
That would have been kind of cool for every time you have to repeat a mission from critical failure that they add you on a little scar. That would be cool.
So what makes the Geth different?
Data is shared between Geth. All viewpoints are considered. Consensus is achieved as data is disseminated.
That must take a long time.
It would for organics. We communicate at the speed of light.
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready?
Well, actually, let's go to upgrades.
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
Limited code development is approved. We need to access your FTL comm system to download relevant data.
EDI, let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
Must take a long time. It would, for losers. It does, if you're gay. We are gay.
Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
I love Geth in this. They're so fascinating. Legion's one of my favorites.
We have a Geth down in the AI core. It makes me a little uneasy, but I trust your judgment, Commander.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
We've got a Geth on board, not as a prisoner. Can you believe that?
Commander's taking out more Geth than anybody. This one must be different. So yeah, Geth on the ship. Geth? Alright, we're all freaking insane.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Well, I always liked Tally, so let's just move on. I'm not saying anything about Jack. I'm not stupid. It's just my opinion, though.
Are you saying you have a GIF on board?
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Oh no, Geth? Yeah, Geth. Geth. Is that Seth Green? Yes, it is. I guess, though. We have Mike Tyson guessing on board. Yeah, Geth Serene, exactly.
We have used half our fuel.
Your mom used half her fuel. Watch your ears. Alright, now we're gonna go help Tally. Which you can do earlier, but here's the thing. And this is part of what I love about this game, is it pays attention to how you do certain things. So the Quarians, like I've said before, they created the Geth, and basically were almost wiped out by them. So their whole squad pretty much exists in this fleet because of the Geth. So you can do this mission quite a bit earlier, but it's way more interesting if you bring Legion with you because he is a Geth. Oh no, I'm imposing a Taliban. No, not a Taliban. We're gonna boost our... Well, actually... Alright, so... yeah, let's go ahead with it. Let's look up Legion's weapons. Give him that. And we're going to give him his sniper rifle. The Wood-Eye anti-material rifle. It's a heavy sniper rifle.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us.
Get to the chopper!
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Yeah, really, all the Quarians are Russian. See? It's different.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco with Cerberus look like a slow day on garbage detail.
The Geth is with me. I'll take responsibility for it.
The hell you will. This is my ship. If it goes hostile, it's my responsibility. I want no part of it. I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The Geth is too much. Leave it on your ship.
Get off my plane. Well, I guess we should do that in Mike Tyson voice. Like, get off my plane.
This is your ship and I'm a guest. But Legion is part of
and
my
I'm
team.
a gift.
Unless you want to shoot me, we're both coming aboard.
Or I could kick you both off. No one here likes Geth or Cerberus. I can't guarantee your safety.
I can guide them away from the more militant elements of the crew.
There are a lot more militants these days, Talizora. And given the charges against you, it's only getting worse.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Exactly. I brought active Geth aboard. No, Shepard, that's not what they're talking about.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials.
Eric Cartman
So
applauds.
I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive. No, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Preparations began or reparations began? Which one is it?
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
The captain let it get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
Why is one thing on board? Are we on gethamphetamine? What's going on?
Talizora Vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron, Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaron Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Get thee the Hermes, Satan.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name.
I know that voice. I imagine you do.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Talizora.
She's a good actress.
Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor?
It's Vex's mom. No, I'm just kidding.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard.
She played in 24. That's true.
Recognized by Quarian law.
That's that old Indian woman who smokes 40 packs a day. Yeah. She's in The Expanse. That's correct. She was in that. She was in The Exorcism of Emily Rose. She's been in a lot of stuff.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
If Tali were gay, she'd be a Quarian.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kill us alive. The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
I made a show about my exes and JJ.
Does Tali Zora think to affect this hearing with threats?
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the Raya's captain, Admiral Chorus?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that our captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship. So far, without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth?
Somebody look up in Russian what that means.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that.
Inside of her mask is a hot box with parliament.
You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
You're all getting used.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad.
She brings a like, come get who coming to dinner. That's good.
My father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what
Papa, can you hear me?
The secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. And Girls greatly respects both you and Tali Zora for stopping Saren. Admiral Koresh sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Zen wants. You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth.
Ooh, excuse me.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived...
What is the getted to the madness?
We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess.
My neighbor got me some Irish cream brownie ice cream on Sunday. I just had a bite. Mother of God.
I was sick for a week.
That good?
But it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system.
We put them in bubbles. We have them play Trivial Pursuit for a few months, and then they get a suit.
We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when
Well, they get a suit if they say Moors. If they say Moops, no suit.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult.
I haven't had ice cream in a long time, and I love Irish cream.
No secrets.
It's godly.
I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him much of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Guess I'll come on. Guess I'll come on her face.
Not all of them worship the Reapers.
I don't think the other admirals would care about that. They want the homeworld back, and they want all Geth.
They want the homeworld back.
Shire, don't you want to see us retake the homeworld?
I don't think we can, Tali. But it may not be about what I think.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your captain...
Oh, blow up some Geth along the way.
You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain
what the heck?
handle a courtroom.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test.
That actually is a disturbing thought. A Krogan toilet.
Too much of yourselves into this.
That's rather frightening.
Jeopardize our safety, and you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Oh, I'm just shy about it.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole.
More backed up than a talking anus toilet.
Rail was doing, it blew up in his face.
Actually, Elcor almost sounds like the name of a type of turd.
Survivors.
Admiral, my father,
Like, cool. You won't believe it. I just dropped a massive Elcor in there.
If Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
You ever drop a Valcor and go to wipe and there's nothing there. It's like a space ghost.
Search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
It's like you just pooed into the vacuum of space. It's totally clean.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian.
Just shoot it out into space and it adds itself to an asteroid belt. It's like, you know 20% of every asteroid belt is a collection of our turds.
Rail and I were alone on the bridge and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders.
I've done that in the ocean. Fish love it.
Said, we're underage. They can't charge us for
Could be like wiping peanut butter off a window, but no, clean.
I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. Brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we...
Happening to have a new 5. I hated that show.
We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we
Yeah, the divers were traumatized.
Non-combatants while we do it.
The Geth on your homeworld aren't the same ones who work with Saren. They have different factions.
Good. Maybe some of them will kill each other. Fewer for us to deal with. The only Geth that matter to me are the ones that took away our world.
Look, they shouldn't have taken their 10-year-old scuba diving. It wasn't my fault.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Talia a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkorus Vas Quib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
He was on a ship called Quib.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war.
Quib.
was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over.
But basically, like, he basically became captain of a ship called Quib that they purchased from another species, and they couldn't change the registry name. So it's just like, well, there you go. You have to be Quib.
We all deserve to find out. They are our children.
Mexico took on a Texas flood.
All done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Do you think the Geth would be willing to accept a truce with the Quarians, Legion?
We did not seek hostilities with creators. We fought for continued existence.
So your people would be open to peace?
Not without additional data that suggests coexistence is possible or desirable for creators. When the creators have believed victory is possible, they have attacked us 100% of the time.
I understand. It would be difficult to argue for peace when faced with odds like those. That does not mean the argument should not be made.
Montezuma's revenge is real.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Okay, that's where we'll go here in just a sec. Got one more admiral to talk to, I believe.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is
Got a few people we can talk to.
Kalriger.
Shepard, Talizora. Good to see you both.
I'm the rear admiral of the ship. Now get in, Quib, and be quiet.
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the son on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty Board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haestrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the
Dark energy drinks. We're investigating Red Bull.
Radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haestrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has a scientist worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haestrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Talizora arrived with a Geth. What more proof did the Admirals need?
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger.
Can I recommend a ship for Vitor here? It's called the Quib Quib.
Sure it did, Vitor.
I think it suits him.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Talizora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
And what a wonderful specimen this is. Geth's shell over standard mech interior. Or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name. Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking...
I unplugged him. Plugged him back in.
10 and 15 units.
Then
That sounds complicated.
Nothing to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
Platforms and experimentation. Stingy with that quick.
We don't find Rael alive on the Alarai. What do you think?
Minority?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
It travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
What kind of toys did you perform experiments on? And what kind of experiments?
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are
I helped Ken grow a penis.
Sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on
Barbie needed some quib.
Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth...
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to charge...
That's Psycho Sid from Toy Story.
I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
We shall see, marvelous machine. We shall see.
She's pro-slavery.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Talizora and Hafara are out of control.
She's basically the Quarian clan member.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Slave Queen.
About more than just killing it. Talizora's guilty.
If Talizora is stuck with it,
Typical Geth behavior, like what's happening in NYC, Chicago, and San Francisco.
Is that really a Geth, Talizora? The guards at the docking bay said...
Is that really a Geth? Why don't you take a wild guess?
If you say so. Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard of West Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
I need to do a few things.
Oh wait, I didn't need to fix that.
Shepard West, of course. I'll unlock the shuttle.
There we go.
Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
Yeah, Brooks, we are the friends in low places. Yeah, get some.
Weapons ready. Take that. Watch out, Shepard.
Under fire.
This one's for your mother. If you're wondering why enemy Geth are shooting at each other, it's because of one of the powers that they have is hacking.
Slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rails are ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Alright. Wow.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
Oh no. Okay, there's nothing there.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves. Signs of modification. Clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Amazon.
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think.
Oh, hey now.
How to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can.
You wouldn't believe what I have in my butt right now.
What most people would throw away.
Is it a gold watch?
Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks. Either
How come the porch thieves are primary guests?
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
There we go.
This might be useful.
Oh, okay. I guess that's the only thing in there.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. How many Geth are networked?
Already heard that one.
Target below.
laptop.
I locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Mommy! No!
Under fire. Target eliminated. Contact below.
Gaff bowling!
Shot effective.
Nothing's faster than Strategic off pause.
Taking distance.
Look at all this shooting. It's like a Chicago daycare.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working
My
on
name's
ways to
Giv.
bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques.
That one's gonna be in my head for a little while.
Understand all of it. They may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
This is basically like Israel-Palestine or something. Just the reasoning's all different. Definitely not a can-do attitude, yeah. Whee! Oh. Wow.
Automated light weaponry.
Want some more? One down.
Got him. Alright, I think that's all of them. Alright. Laptop. Uh-oh.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
I had a plan.
If you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to
Yeah, loot the corpse, exactly.
processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
Did he guess what's coming to him?
He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Oh, glass. A model ship. We gotta save it.
Watch out! That's not my throat!
Got him. Alright. That's all of them. And mission complete.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. I just... This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this.
Leave Tali out of this.
What we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
It's like, whoa, it doesn't sound good.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. And Geralt wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Yeah, nerds.
Are those prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
They sent me like the Candy Crush Saga app or something.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers...
Search your phone for nudes.
I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please, don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
Well, you can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
We can use this.
Alright, chit chat with some folks.
The Admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
We found Rail's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Keela Salai.
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you were right. Thank you.
We sent you our favorite video game, Tali. Keela Instinct.
Honestly, what did you find over there?
He smuggled it in one of his pockets.
But I know a feint when I see it.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarai. And thank you for helping Rail Zora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
Hello again, Commander. Good luck. The talk of war gives me hope. Maybe we can...
Thanks, Cheeto.
Nice talking, Shepard. It's funny how it takes a commander to remind the admirals about military honor. Glad they're off your back, ma'am. And that you didn't have to give them that
Oh,
evidence.
time to go experiment on my tongue. I see.
Noticed that, ma'am.
Any idea what your next assignment's gonna be?
I'm gonna be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals gonna try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard. Ma'am.
Cal, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rail Zora's research on the Alarai?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only gonna make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
She's weird. Alright, mission complete.
Commander, Legion would like to talk with you.
Alright. Alright, let's chit chat with Legion. Get his loyalty mission up and ready. Up and ready.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
That's not good.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So, the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL comm buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoined the network.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked.
Wait, I did that one.
With a result of 1.3.
You know where this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
They built stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
But why do they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack organics. We condemn these judgments.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
I won't let them brainwash your race, especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations.
Goth General Grievous rockin'. All right. Help, Legion. He's our Legionnaire. Heretic Station. That's a weird name for a church. I think the normal way of saying it is just Lakewood. I don't know if I've ever taken Morden. I kind of want to take him. Alright. This will pretty much be last thing we do on this particular stream, and then I think tomorrow should be able to finish it up. Yeah.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed. Alert. This facility has little aerogravity. Geth require neither.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
We concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
If Geth are alive, reprogramming kinder than destroying, like genophage. Change, not death. Unless rewriting into obedience is immoral. Thoughts?
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any time. Our arrival was timely.
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
This isn't the time to debate it. Let's move while the heretics are distracted.
Basically, you can reverse brainwash them.
Geth here inactive. Could sneak past them.
Interrupting data streams will alert local network. We recommend preemptive strikes against hardly routers.
Well, shalom, fellow gentlemen. How are we this afternoon? I'm good, Israel. How you doing?
Sensor contact. We've been detected.
Should do the trick.
Got him. I think Aaron Rodgers actually looked solid last night. I mean, I wasn't able to watch. I was streaming, so I was just kind of following it.
Hardware. The crew is software.
I mean, I know San Francisco rolled them, which I expected they would.
Not sure I follow.
The heretics connect to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective.
In Mother Gethresha, there is no I, there is but we.
And will make different judgments.
And to win the Super Bowl, though, they're pretenders. I mean, it's too early to tell. But at the same time, I don't know of them having made any moves that made them better. Whereas Kansas City did look like they got better. So
their experience of being altered.
Every other species I know of might be psychologically scarred by a traumatic
I mean,
experience.
I don't like speaking on this on like, oh, this team's gonna win or this team's a pretender this early, because I mean, like, let's say San Fran made the Super Bowl, but Kansas City didn't. Like, say, like, there were injuries or whatever. Well, San Francisco we only really think of as a pretender because of Kansas City. Because we know that that's a team that they probably can't beat. But if it's not Kansas City in their way, I mean, do we still feel that way? I mean, I certainly don't. It's really just a matter of who they're facing. Sneak around these data streams. Kill him.
Ready for next target. Long-range target neutralized.
Got him. Let's head up this way. Wow. Anything over here? Nope. This way.
Acknowledged. We are tasked to capacity. Aborting.
Just the thing to help.
We are tasked to capacity. Aborting.
Wee. Nailed him. Is there ammo around here? Nope. Thought he dropped. I mean, I know he dropped it, but I guess it drifted away with gravity. Wait, was that an object down there? Okay, no. I see what it was.
They've seen us.
Got him. Nothing. It's a bypass. You gotta build bypasses.
This should come in handy.
And there's our second Geth shield strength.
Databases? No.
Did you see Miami's cornerback or comeback versus Jacksonville? No. I did not. I was at work. I was at work during that game. I mean, I'm aware of it. And I'm not surprised by it. I've been more closely following the BS Tyreek Hill story, how they're trying to make him into a victim, and I'm like, he's not remotely a victim. He's an absolute idiot. And he's the reason why all that happened. And I lost a ton of respect for his coach after his response. Tyreek Hill should be punished by the NFL, not treated like some victim by sports media. He's not a victim. He is 100% responsible for that. Yeah, I mean, it's like he was driving, to my understanding, he was driving somewhere between like 60 to 70 some odd miles over the speed limit. He was non-compliant. He rolled up his tinted window to where they couldn't see his hands anymore. And I'm like, okay, do I think he would have done anything? No, of course not. He's not that stupid. But he was stupid enough to put them in a position where it's like, hey, that's not something you're allowed to do. It's like, you're not something, it's like, you're not allowed to just do that. Like, and he's all like getting in front of me, and it's like, I don't know what would have happened if my name wasn't Tyreek Hill. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Your name earned you a lot of privilege. It's like, you're not a victim. You're a privileged millionaire athlete. I mean, what human being on planet Earth that isn't someone like Tyreek Hill would have been pulled over for reckless endangerment, basically, and allowed to play a football game a couple hours later? That doesn't happen to normal people. They would have been wrestled down and kept in prison or kept in jail. That's what happens to normal people. Oh, yeah, Tyreek Hill, he got arrested for going over the speed limit like by like 60, 70 miles an hour, and ESPN and all of them are trying to turn him into the victim because he was non-compliant. He was rolling up his windows when he was ordered not to, so they pulled him out of the vehicle and wrestled him to the ground. I mean, they were kind of rough on him, and I'm like, good. He earned it. He acted like a jackass.
The heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand.
Yeah, they were trying to act like he was like, oh, they're abusing their power. It's like, no, they weren't. They were not abusing their power.
Heretics designed to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace.
Like, he's not a victim of racism. He's a beneficiary of celebrity privilege. That's what he is.
It couldn't have lasted forever. You disagreed about what path your race should take.
Human history is a litany of blood shed over different ideals.
Well, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, Boosh. Yeah. I mean, it's like, but he acted like an idiot.
We shared consensus on such things. How could we have become so different?
And listening to retards like Ian Rappaport try to defend it it's laughable. Like, the way they're like desperately trying to recharacterize what happened, I'm like, this is laughable.
We question your judgment. This topic is irrelevant. We must return to the mission.
Have you reached a decision about whether to rewrite the heretics or not?
We are still trying to build consensus. Some processes judge destruction preferable, others rewrite.
Give me one sec. Alright, sorry about that. Isn't he also a wife beater? Was that also a lie? Man, this looks nice. Yeah, it does.
Keep moving.
I mean, he was obviously accused of beating up his wife and breaking his kid's arm. I think there's enough evidence to where it looks like that's at least possible. I don't know for sure he did it. But it's one of those issues where it's hard to say. So, I don't know. Like, Like, for a while, I'll be honest, I kind of thought he was guilty. I don't know, honestly. I don't know for sure. But he got off for it, so I'm like, okay, whatever. But I think there's little doubt. It's funny, they're acting like he's a victim here, and I'm like, the NFL should punish him. He should be fined or suspended for what he did. That's the reality. He should be fined or suspended. It's like you were basically driving at a speed. It's like, didn't that Henry Ruggs guy just go to prison because he killed someone going at a speed like that?
You can override these like you did the earlier turrets. They can help defend our position.
Correct. In addition to the turrets around us.
And not only does this look nice, Whitey, keep in mind, this was a PS3 360 game.
This will only last a few
I mean, granted, they cleaned it up for the remaster, but it largely looked about this good back then. I mean, it wasn't like 60 FPS and, you know, quite the same, but yeah, this was a PS3 360 game. Still looks good.
Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Makes walk-in reaction sounds, yeah. Wow.
Alert. Assuming control. Executing pseudo command.
It's over, Geth. We have the high ground.
Overriding your target. Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Wow. Oh, I thought I was gonna get him. Ha! Nice positioning for this mission. Love the high ground sniping positions. Yeah, if only I was a sniper, then I could actually use that. But Legion's a sniper, so it's all good. It's all good. Unity. So you can play sniper? Oh yeah, definitely. There's like 6 different classes you can play as, and there are sniper rifles you can get. Make yourself all snipey. I'm currently not. I am not that class, so I chose biotic abilities as my primary weapon. But I do like being a sniper. It's fun. No. Right up against that wall.
Data mine and analysis complete. Shepard Commander, it is time to choose. Do we rewrite the heretics or delete them?
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapient has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
But you suggest reprogramming them to remove ability to make opposing decisions.
We stated the option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction. Shepard Commander, You have fought the heretics. You have perspective we lack. The Geth grant their fate to you.
So, exactly. Cool, my own Terminator. So, this decision actually does have an effect on Mass Effect 3. So, I'm actually going to kill them, because I won't have to face as many of them in 3. And the rewrite option, you could argue, is less ethical, because you're basically taking away their ability to choose. And kind of the Geth arc is whether they become, sentient beings, which is kind of interesting.
The same conclusions again, is there? To worship the Reapers and attack organics?
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Acknowledged. Collapsing antimatter magnetic modeling mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
Alright. Let's run away! Need some ammo. Take away their ability to choose. I'll be like the people who watch CNN. Exactly. We can't have more CNN words running around, so we gotta take them out. Need to equip it. The Locust. Up against the wall.
Just nothing to help.
Oh, strict time limit. Yeah. Wow. Uh-oh. Oh, got me there. You got me, partner. Let's get our Locust. Oh, dang. Got killed early that time. Yeah, no ammo there. Kind of nice to have some ammo. I can refill my Matic. Heal up, heal up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Got too close. That's not a good place to cover. Not a good spot. Let's go particle beam. I don't even have to reload this thing, I don't think. Just gonna fry. Big on! Haha. There we go. Now we can go back to this. There we go. Simple, simple. Simple as a pimple. Splody. Da-da-da-da.
I'm on it, Joker.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here. I caught Legion scanning my Omni tool. It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Hopefully the Chargers do well this year. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
We believed it necessary to warn our people.
We weakened the Geth by destroying that base, Shepard. But there's still a threat. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet.
Creator Tali Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
You can't let this happen, Shepard. I trusted you, and I worked with a Geth on the team, but this is too much.
Tali, your father was running brutal experiments. If the subjects had been human, I'd damn well be telling the Alliance about it.
I know, but if the Geth find out...
They'd attack, which would cause a war that would leave both the Geth and the Quarians vulnerable when the Reapers show up. Is that what you want, Legion?
We believed it was necessary to relay the information.
Sooner or later, you're both gonna have to stop fighting this war. Or we'll all end up paying for it.
To facilitate unit cohesion, we will not transmit data regarding Creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
He's like, hey, happy resolution. Well, ladies and gents, that is going to wrap it up for this stream. And looks like tomorrow we will be finishing up Mass Effect because we really only got one mission left, basically. And it's the biggest one. It's the suicide mission. That's going to be fun. And I can't remember how long that takes, but, if there's time, we might even start up Mass Effect 3. So there you go. So... yeah, tonight I will be on Jacob Ironside's channel. We're going to be talking Pirates of the Caribbean. So that'll be a lot of fun. So I will see you all again real soon. But until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.